everybody, it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 495. We are that podcast that talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I am Deadpool. I mean Mako-chan.
That's it. I quit. Good night, y'all.
As if tonight's pre-show didn't want to make me do that already.
Deadpool, my left foot.
Like, as soon as I heard, like, wait, is he going with the,
A bunch of shapeshifters? Morph?
With the what and the what now?
I was going to say, as soon as I heard, like, the opening part of the Pokemon theme, I was going to be like, are you going to do, like, that thing where you found, like, Emily Dickinson's poetry can be read to the same meter as a Pokemon theme song? And then I heard the, smoke weed every day, you know, all chopped up. I'm like, oh, boy. It was either this or the positive remix of Because I Got High.
Okay, so here's...
Which, we probably would have got DMCA'd for, so...
Yeah, we would have gotten DMCA'd for that shit, but if we were like back on, if we were still doing the radio stream, it wouldn't have been so bad because we could get away with a lot more stuff. But since we're on Twitch with video and so forth, I can't just play the song outright because that will automatically ping a DMCA. Now, playing it as the outro, maybe, if I put it on YouTube. I haven't decided if I'm going to. I might just leave it the way it is. If I had an instrumental version, it wouldn't be so bad. So, we will see what happens. What I can find in the next 1 hour and 20 minutes. So,
maybe we can sing it ourselves. I was feeling really depressed, but then I got high.
Ooh-wee.
My homeboy had to talk me off a ledge, but then we got high.
Da, 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 da.
Now we both chill as fuck, and I know why.
Yeah!
Because we got high, because we got high, because we got high. La,
Da,
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 da, da, da.
Oh, what the hell has happened to me? I've gone stir crazy sitting in here by myself.
You still on medical leave?
Yeah, until at least next week. I'll get into that.
Gotcha. All right. So I might as well say, since this is part of the show, how is everybody doing tonight?
Could have been better today.
I'm tired. Per usual.
When aren't you tired?
I don't have an answer for that.
See? And Ichigo is off tonight. She's working on some commissions. She might be in the chat. She might not, but don't make her angry. She'll beat you with a she'll probably
Sewing machine.
What? No. She's not gonna use a sewing machine. She'll find one of her needles and beat somebody senseless with it. So.
Or you just, flick it, and next thing you know, it's embedded in your forehead up to the eye.
Yeah. And to refer back to what TheoX75 said in our chat room at twitch.tv/anime jam session, look what happened to Metallica at BlizzCon. Yeah. Yeah. They were guests of BlizzCon, and they had to sub out the God.
It's like they were proving, yeah, this is kind of messed up. And case in point.
Messed up understatement of the year. And VX_8 says, please don't beat me senseless, Ichigo. Well, if you behave, she won't. She'll probably beat one of us up first before she jumps on anybody else, so who knows. Hi, Ichigo, if you're watching. Anywho, we are live tonight, week of April 20th, 2021, right here on Twitch TV. You can find us here every week, every Tuesday from 9:30 to 11 at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. We are part of the Voice of Geeks Network, and you can find them at vognetwork.com and their live shows at Twitch TV/VogNetwork. And come through and hang out with us in our Discord at vognetwork.com/Discord. I'm going to put a command in here, so if you hit exclamation point Discord. The info will come up, and you can just come through and hang out. So it's how we do. So let me go ahead and open up a background window because my tablet is not feeling like it wants to load Windows. I mean, I can log in, but it just sits there. So I may have to wipe this machine and reinstall Windows, which I don't mind doing because that's all there is on this damn machine. So
it's not that big of a loss then.
No, it's just that when the time comes when I retire it, it'll just be a little sad because it was a gift from Microsoft. When we're all working at Microsoft, they all gave us a Lumia 640 XL phone, which is in my closet, and a Surface 3. So and I remember plenty of times taking this Surface 3 back and forth, going to work, while during training, watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So it was like one of the few times I was able to watch it. So So we're going to go around the room, ask everyone how was their week, how was their day, kicking things off. Ari.
Well, I guess you can notice that I trimmed up the beard again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was getting a little too uncomfortable with the CPAP mask.
Gotcha.
But other than that, it's just been, saving money, just sitting around at home doing very little, occasionally going out for food, barely getting out on anything because, I'm still on medical leave until at least Monday because that's when my next appointment is.
Gotcha.
I did have a different appointment for the cardiologist on Wednesday, but it had to get rescheduled because I was thinking, okay, I need to get this, find out what the hell happened with these results, with the CT scan. I need to discuss the results. I don't care which doctor it is, so let's just whatever's first available.
Well, whatever doctor that did all the work, everything, that's the doctor that's going to tell you so.
Yeah, and that's the same kind of logic that Virtual used when I, said that, I can't really wait around for this. And they rescheduled it and they were making me wait around for it. But, other than that, apart from the occasional, clicking or snapping when I like step the wrong way or feeling like I'm about to fall over and crash and break something or myself, it's been feeling a little bit better.
That's good. Glad to hear that.
Other than that, I just been playing a lot of GTA and sitting at home and well, you see, because when I'm on vacation, I don't have to think about work because I'm like, yep, I this is time off I had earned, I'm entitled to, and they won't call me for overtime unless shit's really gone south. But here I'm just thinking like, oh God, I hope they don't think I'm milking this.
I doubt it, and besides, your union has your back.
Yeah, because these are the same people who were like, wait, didn't you get hit by a car last week? Yeah, and you're back? Yeah. So,
just be like,
who knows? Maybe I'll have to get an MRI on this thing, and maybe there's something else particularly wrong with it.
You just shrug and be like, what can I say? I'm built like a tank.
So, yeah, that's how things have been going for me.
Mako-chan, how was your week? How was your day?
Not bad. I basically was able to just relax all weekend, and yeah, that's basically it.
Well, that's a first.
Yeah, no, it's actually been really nice just to, rest and relax and get some shit together. We ended up getting a bonus at work, so I splurged and got myself a new computer chair, which has not come in yet. I got some totes and stuff to help me organize everything in my room. Got some new sheets. Got a mouse for the laptop for when I do work on Fridays. Yeah, and just generally been hanging out a lot in various people's Twitch streams.
So what kind of computer chair did you get? Like a lounging chair or like a computer racing chair?
It's kind of on the, like, it's not that it's a cheaper one, but it's like one of the gaming chairs, but it's not got all the bells and whistles on it.
Okay, link me to it later.
Okay.
Because I have this feeling within a year or so, I'm probably going to need to buy a new chair. Not that there's nothing wrong with my current chair, but the company that makes it is out of business, so I may have to fall back to another company if I cannot get parts for this current chair.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, we can blame 45 for that, but that's a story for another time.
Well, I do know that, as I said, it's not, it's definitely mid-tier on the chairs, but I splurged and got the 5-year warranty on it as well.
Look,
Very necessary.
now I got into a bit of an argument with somebody about this, and I'll say this: when it comes to gaming chairs, they're all basically the same. All gaming chairs are made by like the same 3 or 4 manufacturers. If you Google search gaming chairs, you'll find 5 different brands, and they'll all look the same because it's the same manufacturers. It's just a different name.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it comes to price, like Secret Lab, they have $500 gaming
Hey,
chairs.
Bob. You mind grabbing some extra toilet paper?
Yeah, sure.
And a sandwich.
Nah, sandwiches for me, buddy. But like Secret Lab, they have $500 gaming chairs, but they come with a 10-year warranty. Whereas the chair that I have, I paid $230 for, has a 2-year warranty, and I believe my warranty is basically expired. But you know, it is what it is. That's what it basically is. And since they're basically the same manufacturers, in some ways it's not hard to get parts for it if you need it. So, Gamers Nexus actually did a video about this, and they basically say, you know, don't get a gaming chair. A regular chair is fine. No, that's nice, but gaming chairs do fit. They do sit differently. That's for somebody who
Plus,
uses.
if you're getting sponsored and they just give you one, you kind of have to use it.
I would love that, but you know, it is what it is. Eventually, we will.
You'll make one to fit my fat ass. I'll sit in it, sure.
They do.
Yeah, Ranma, I just posted it in the Skype chat.
Okay. Trust me, Ari, they do. One of my friends, Chris, he's a big dude. He found a gaming chair in his size.
I'm not worried about having a gaming chair. You know, this one works just fine.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. I'm actually on that Facebook group, which should be no surprise to anybody. But anywho, my weekend day has been kind of interesting. So, in the last several days, I found out that a friend of mine had a stroke and didn't realize it.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I found out through a friend that she's in the hospital, and then I'm looking back at her post, and it's like, she's not sure what's going on, but we found it was a stroke, so I'm going to go visit her on Friday.
Is she okay?
From my understanding, she can't move her right arm and she can't talk.
Jesus.
Well, that's what I was told through a friend. I have to go back and check the updates and see what's going on. So she's gonna be all right.
That's actually very common in stroke victims. Just the one-sided kind of paralysis and the speech paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the first things to, happen, and then it does slowly come back.
Yeah. A friend of mine, she caught COVID from her sister. She's doing better. And another friend of mine lost her mom to COVID. So it's been a day or 6. But on the bright side, stuff I ordered showed up. So I got a box full of anime here, and a couple of the anime that I bought are gifts for people. So I'm going to, because they were on sale, I was like, why not? So I'm going to put them in bubble envelopes and ship them out tomorrow. I got a couple of figurines that came in the mail, and I'll show one of those off during Geek Roundtable. And it's like, I'm kind of annoyed that I bought this figure because I absolutely hated the anime, but I liked how the figure looked, so I'm like, it's not that expensive. I have points. Why not? So, and also, I went to the Museum of Ice Cream on Sunday with a friend.
Nice.
Where was that?
What was that?
I said, where was that?
Oh, it's in like downtown Manhattan. It's a few blocks from Chinatown. It's nice. They give you like a vanilla ice cream with sprinkles, and then you kind of walk around. You kind of see what ice cream is and some of the toppings, and you discover what it's called in different countries and the popular flavors in those countries. And then there's like this massive slide you go down at the bottom, and you get another thing of ice cream, which is cool. And then you go, they have like a pool set up, but it's not an actual pool, but it's just full of sprinkles, or as Ari's peoples call them, jimmies. But they're not like edible type sprinkles. It's like they're large ones where you can actually kind of sit and stand and walk around in there. So, it's really nice.
They're like giant stretched balls.
No, not that long, not large. I'd say they're about the size of my, like my hand, about the distance of my fingers. They're like that. And as Ron before 21 says, I wanted to go there. It's pretty cool. I mean, it was nice. And my friend who decided to show up as Rainbow Bright and we're hanging out, the owner of the museum spotted her and took pictures of her.
Nice.
And I was like, cool. And then after that, me and my friend, we actually went hiking in Jersey. And I will never look at hiking the same way again when it comes to Jersey. I've gone hiking before. We found this spot 20 minutes outside of Ridgewood. And this was not, I understand it was hiking, but this is not my type of hiking. It was like, I mean, first things first, you had to know the symbols of like straight forward, like straight, left, right, turns, all of that, which we kind of figured out. But it just didn't feel like a typical hiking trail, It just felt like shit was off all over the place.
It's not traipsing through the backwoods of New Jersey if you don't come across a body.
No, but we were in an area not too far from where people call it the Jackson Whites or something like that. I heard she told me a story about that. You might have to Google that. We weren't too far from that area, something like that. But it's just that, climbing over the rocks and stuff it's like, it just doesn't feel normal. It felt like we were off the beaten path. Like, you should not be here. But it was still the path, And yeah, I actually jokingly said we'd come across Jimmy Hoffa's arm or something like that. But it was an abandoned castle that we hiked to and walked all the way around.
Was the inside of it spray painted with graffiti?
Yeah, and most of it was gone due to a fire.
Huh. Sounds about right.
And as Cedar Beery says, I mean, you could be lazy and just go to the Alpine Overlook on the Palisades. That's a decent little bit of climb. Yeah, I heard about that one. But yeah, that was basically my weekend, and I ended up tearing my pants while we were hiking, so they have been retired to the garbage. So, rip. All right. Anywho, let's get into some housekeeping here. Let me see. Let me go ahead and kick this over a notch. Advance to next. Wonderful. Alright, just want to let y'all know. Episodes of Anime Jam Session are available on YouTube. They go up a little bit, about 24 to 48 hours after each show. So once this is over, basically it'll be on YouTube on Thursday. So just look for podcast VODs and you'll find the latest episode there. Let's see. Don't forget to support the VOG Network merch swag shop at vognetwork.com/shop. Check out some of the cool stuff there. We are working on putting together merch for our store, so we'll probably have our own merch store going up as well as supporting the VOG Network Pro Shop. And yes, the countdown to episode 500. We're 5 episodes away. I have no idea what we're planning to do, so it might just be business as usual. Who knows? So, and also I want to give a shout out for under fan support to everybody that has basically thrown bits at us, cheered us on, subscribed to us, paid it forward, all of that. You guys are awesome, and we really appreciate all that hard work. So you guys are awesome. We really can't do any of this without y'all. So thank you. And next up, we're going to go into Geek Roundtable. This is where we talk about some of the Geek Gear things we've done during the week, stuff we kind of want to show off. So, what you got, Ari?
I'm very happy to show these up because they are little. Hang on. They're little 3D printed keychains that look like old, cartridge video game cartridges.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook when I was looking at Mega Ran, his one of his updates, and I'm just like, I gotta have these things now. There's a whole bunch of games I got, one of each of my one of my favorite games on NES, SNES, and N64. That was Star Fox 64. This one, I know the label's kind of blurry, but you can see Chrono Trigger on that one. I'm like,
and the other one was Star Tropics.
Yep, Star Tropics.
Yeah, that I noticed. Yeah, Star Tropics was a fun game.
It was Pixel Craft, the people who made the stuff.
Yeah.
Are at pixelcraft81.etsy.com.
Okay.
See that right there.
Nice.
And I'm going to use them obviously, but at the same time I don't want to use them because it might get I don't think I'll be able to order another one of these if they get all chopped up and beaten down like if you see my key ring, I still have the chunk of black belt from college. That's like 2003 or 4. And that's like completely threadbare and gray.
I mean, I look at my keychains. I'm like, I have the ring on there from another keychain that I had. I had a really nice Venus keychain till it broke. I guess the plastic glass around it broke. But I had like the artwork inside of it just sitting here in my little cubicle where my lamp is. So, but the actual ring that it was on, I just keep it on there because, what am I going to do?
Yeah, but thanks, Pixel Grab. They're real nice, and I like them a lot. I like the games that are made on, printed on them. I can't talk tonight. And definitely get a lot of mileage out of them.
That's cool. All right, Mako Pool, show us what you got.
So, for Christmas, I ended up getting the Talking Deadpool head. Completely by surprise. Had no idea it was coming to me. And, basically, it is just Deadpool's head, and you can, when you turn it on and set it up, it does time to say stuff randomly.
Yeah.
But you can also download the app, and when you download the app, you actually get to control some of the stuff. So I can make him say stuff in categories. So you can't actually have him say something specific, but you can pick a category, and he will just start stating stuff at that point. So like,
Oh, I forgot. I gotta take squirrel poo out of the blender. K-pop is not for sissies.
Hey, his head's not moving. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot there's a bit of a delay watching the.
Truth is, I lost my body trying to teleport with Nightcrawler into a taxi.
So it's just random stuff like that. He makes jokes about himself. He makes jokes about the X-Men. He makes a lot of jokes about the X-Men.
Put me in a Magneto Professor X hug sandwich. Hold the Cerebro.
And then he says weird ass crap like that. But the really cool thing, there is a part in the app that you can set up
Nice.
to do pranks. And you set it up, you can actually, like, I know the commercial showed that you could actually put him in the refrigerator. And basically what that is when the light comes on in the refrigerator, it activates him and is supposed to scare the crap out of whoever's opening the fridge. But you can put him in the bathroom, you can put him in the bed, put him in the fridge, and just put him like in something.
Yeah.
So when it's opened, his head pops out. So yeah, I mean, it's really cool. It's just like this fun little gag thing.
Everybody says I talk too much.
You talk
But yeah.
too much. You never shut up. I said you talk too much. Oh boy, you never shut up.
Hi, I'm Deadpool's head. Not to be confused with Headpool. Different guy.
As Panzer Elite _9 says, that's a brilliant idea. I had no idea they had the light sensor.
Well, let's dance.
Yeah, so there is Deadpool's head.
Sweet. Also, Mako, I noticed your PC isn't glowing in the colors of our favorite little Dorito.
No, I have been having issues. It went through an update, and then every time I would turn it off and turn it back on, it would tell me that I needed to reboot for things to go through. So I finally got that message to go away, and now I have to get it back to all of the green.
There should be a theme there when you open up IQ to point it to.
Yeah, it's just that's what I was working on before the show, trying to get everything back up and running.
Yeah, as long as it's the top theme, when IQ loads, it'll flip right onto it. So
yeah, because even now I have an update on the computer.
Okay.
So once all of that's done, then I'm hoping everything will go back. It's not like I use it. I'll be able to use this thing a lot more once I get a more comfortable chair. I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of comfortable, where's your cat?
Let's see if I can do this, because the mouse is in or I should say the camera is in a much better spot. So let's see if I can do this. Can you see him?
Yes.
That big gray oh, there he is.
With his "I am not amused" look.
Yes. So everybody meet Damien.
The quote-unquote one of the official mascots of Anime Jam Session.
Yes. And now he's looking at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Now he has that look of "I am not amused" woman.
That's his default expression.
Mm-hmm. Well, now he's like, well, I'll allow just this once.
Okay, back to Deadpool.
So what do you got, Ranma?
Oh, the figurine that I was mentioning earlier during my weekend day. There was an anime that I talked about on the show a while back called Rent a Girlfriend. And I remember I talked about how I did not like it. I hate watched it.
That name just sounds uncomfortable to say.
Oddly enough, it's a very popular manga. I found myself going from enjoying it to hate watching it in under 2 episodes. So I decided to look at some of the figurines because one of the main character exactly, Chizuru Mizuhara, has different outfits that she wears in the series. And we've watched anime where, where some characters have a different outfit throughout the series, and sometimes they turn them into figures. So one of them is not something she's worn in the series, but she does look kind of cute. So I got this bunny style outfit, figurine of her.
Certainly better than just wearing the same outfit day in and day out for all of your appearances.
Yeah, like American cartoons would do. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this was on sale. It was coming out of Otaku Mode's American warehouse, and I knocked off, and I had some points, so I used some of my points to pay for it. And I'll say this much: I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you're gonna buy figurines, do it through Otaku Mode, because what's cool is the points that you get. Of course, the figurine cost will run you $25. The shipping will run you $12. If you have the yearly subscription, you get points even for that subscription. And I've used points to cover the shipping and sometimes the tax. So it saves me like $15 every time I order something, like maybe once a month or once every other month. I mean, now they have Ai Miyahara from Love Live Nijigasaki, one of the figurines up there, and I'm like, do I want to order this or do I want to wait? Because I just paid off the credit card bill, and I'm just like, well, you will see. So anywho, enough about that. Let's get into tonight's topics. Ooh, Lord.
All right. I'm so glad this one I had suggested got picked.
I mean, I don't blame her. So I'm not mad. I don't blame her for one bit. And as you can see, the title says, Wife Sells Husband's Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Some of y'all are like, well, yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And some of y'all are like, she had no right to. But as Ari will explain...
It was his cheating heart of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Wah, wah, wah.
God damn it, Barb! Etc. Though there will always be some people who go and become lifelong fans of youth-oriented hobbies, other times people grow out of them as they get older. When that happens, you can frequently find the end point in the fandom in the form of an online auction, where they divest themselves of their otaku possessions and cash out, transferring their collection to somebody else who's still an active fan. But in the case of an extremely enviable collection of Yu-Gi-Oh trading cards on Yahoo Auctions Japan, there's no sign the fan who originally amassed it has lost any of his passion for the collectible trading card game and related franchise. What has, however, weighed his devotion to his wife, who, after discovering he was cheating, had to put the cards put up for sale, leaving the cost of her vengeance up to the highest bidder. There's a link to the bidding itself, like the listing itself, in the article. It's for a total of 26 binders of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, at least 25 of which appear to be unopened. Wait, multi-pack boxes, like a booster boxes. Yeah, that's what. Many of them are from the early series in the game's history. Things like Magic Ruler, Pharaoh Sword, Curse of Anubis, Thousand Eyes Bible, Mythological Age, and Spell and Mask booster sets. And the seller also has a message. As an act of revenge against my husband for cheating on me, I decided to sell his collection. The items are unopened, so I'll be happy if I can get a good price for them. The box has been on a shelf with a cover over them, so they aren't even dusty. I don't have much familiarity with collectible card games, but to my untrained eyes, the items have no damage or tearing, so please accept their condition as is. And bidding opened on Saturday at just $1, and as of this article's publication, there have been over 300 bids, and the price is about 6.5 million yen. That's about $63,000. And they're saying things like, I know he cheated on the bird, but isn't it going too far? Like, if he's going to be angry at somebody, he should be angry at himself for cheating. A single unopened early series box can go for several tens of thousand yen by itself. Did the other woman use... Oh, god damn it, they're making card puns in the comments, because of course they are!
Now, I can tell you, the auction is closed, but you can see the cards that are up for auction.
And, oh boy. But yeah, this guy's paying big. I mean, I guess he should consider himself lucky that she didn't just torch the cards.
Yeah.
Still, this could be the first episode to a Yu-Gi-Oh anime filler arc. and the secondary characters, the the couple are just secondary characters, and trying to get the cards back or sell them off or do whatever to them. Yu-Gi-Oh probably duel and pull some Deus Ex Machina card out of his ass. Standard stuff.
All right, Mako, what if you were the spurned wife? Would you sell the cards or be more devious?
I would, just because I collect cards myself.
Yep.
I don't play games. I collect cards because they're pretty. I would have to look up and see the pricing I could get on the cards and sell them individually.
Makes sense.
Because I would want as much money out of that fucker as I could get.
You may get lucky and pull some secret rare bomb in one of the earlier sets that's just completely broken, even by the standards of the early seasons. Like, I saw something similar where some guy live streamed opening up a box of alpha magic cards, the first ever expansion, and he pulls a freaking Black Lotus in the very last card.
I'm sorry. If I got my hands on a box of alpha, I wouldn't open it. It would just stay sealed. I would not open it. I don't care. I don't care if the cards individually would be worth more. I would not open it.
You could hold on to it for a long time,
Yeah, because I'm just
really
saying, like a
money
box.
out of people who would open it.
Yeah, like a box like that doesn't exist anymore. That's why I wouldn't open it.
Most likely, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Black Lotus sold in January of this year for $511,000
Woo!
for just that card.
Well, maybe I will open the box after all.
Yeah.
But how much would the box originally be going for, though? That's the question.
Someone could probably flip it, and not knowing what'll be in it, they could probably flip it for easily like $10,000.
I'd say at
Someone
least.
will be crazy enough to buy it.
I'd say, a box of alpha will probably be at least anywhere between $5,000 to $7,000 at least. That's what my assumption is, because the thing is, you don't know what's inside. Because what if there is no Black Lotus in there, and it goes for like an exuberant amount, and someone opens it up? Oh well.
Granted, you can find some other members of the Power 9, but yeah, the Black Lotus is the big fish.
Yep.
From what I'm seeing here,
Maybe you get lucky and pull a Mox or two.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing here, an entire unopened box would possibly go for $200,000.
Woo!
Wow, I was lowballing that number.
Same.
Majorly.
One packet, one booster pack. I'm looking on here on eBay. eBay, it sold for $39,500.
Take it to Pawn Stars. I'll give you $350. Best I can do is $350.
Oh, that's insane. Can we move on before we get too distracted with this?
Absolutely.
This is probably how Mako-chan feels when you and I talk about wrestling.
Fair. All right,
I like
Mako-chan.
cards. They're pretty. Anyway.
See?
They're pretty and they're expensive. Which is why I keep them all in nice, clear envelopes so that I can see them and they're still not being touched and played with. Anyway, So, 17 years after the debut of the first Pretty Cure anime, the series is getting its first cosmetic store aimed for adults. Bandai launches its Pretty Holic online store, launched in February to coincide with the release of the Tropic Rouge Precure anime, and last Friday it launched the Pretty Holic Looks store page for adults. It has little key charms. The first lineup of items is fragrance bombs based on the characters of Futari wa Precure from 2004. And damn it, Damien, I am in the middle of something.
He's like, pay attention to me, damn it.
And Yes Precure 5 Go-Go from 2008. Each bomb costs approximately $25. Pre-orders in Japan are open until May 28th, and the items are expected to ship in October. So yeah, I mean, it's been a while. The fact that they're only just now doing something like this for Precure is kind of sus, just because of what Damien. Just because of what the series is about and everything like that. Just knowing that, product is a very largely based on how a series does in Japan. Just the fact that they haven't touched on makeup and care accessories like that seems a little weird. But they're finally getting there, and things are coming along, and yeah. What? What? Oh my god.
He's not fighting the other one, is he?
No, he's humping my blanket.
I only have one of these. I only brought one for
You
this
all
episode.
wanted Damien, and now you got Damien. All right.
I'm done. But then again, this is not the
what
first.
happens when I put him on camera. He wants to show off.
This is not the first time he has humped your blanket while we were doing a show.
No, it's not. Okay, so on to the next.
But before we get to the next one, I just want to say, I believe it's kind of sus. See how Bandai created Precure after the rousing success of another Magical Girl series, Sailor Moon, and then seeing all the merch coming off of that show and cosmetics coming out of that show being sold, and they're like, oh, we need to do this over here.
Train.
You know?
Oops. Camera down, camera down.
Whoops. There we go. Camera normal. Kind of,
Nope,
sort of.
camera down. The camera has said, no, hell no, I'm done with you. All right, let's try this again.
And I hear him still.
Hey.
Okay.
Chef's kiss.
Alrighty. Alright, can I continue?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm looking forward to this. I really, really, really hope that I can actually get some of this. But Ghost in the Shell is going to salute 3 of its heroes with 3 different flavors of sake.
Ghost in the sake.
Or sake in the shell.
So, sake aficionados will tell you that there's nothing like a cup of the stuff after a hard day's work. So shouldn't the same apply to a hard day's battle? That's the concept behind a trio of new sake varieties that their makers say are for drinking a toast after the fight is done, and were created in the image of 3 characters from the cyberpunk anime manga franchise Ghost in the Shell. The specific Section 9 salutes are being given to Motoko, her longtime partner Bato, and the Tachikoma robots that occasionally pilot into battle. Damn it, Damien! I'm gonna have to kick you out of my room soon. Each bottle's label has an illustration of its respective inspiration drawn by the character designer for Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045.
That's the new series.
Yes, it is the new series.
Did it come out already?
Standalone complex?
No, there's it's a reboot.
Oh, okay.
While the labels all come from the same artist, the sake themselves are produced by 3 different breweries and have different tastes. So, Motoko Kusanagi's version is light and dry with 15.5% alcohol, with noticeable polished rice aroma and flavor. Bato's is a heavyweight of the bunch at 18% alcohol content with crisp, full-bodied dryness. And Playful Chachkoma, it is a 16% alcohol sake with the scent of fresh apple and refreshing flavor that lets the natural sweetness of the rice dance across your taste buds. So all 3 of the sake varieties are available in the online sake merchant Courant, identically priced at 3850 yen, which is $37 for a 720 milliliter bottle. This includes a decorative box and separate sticker version of your bottle's label. And let me see. So they do have a website. It is unfortunately. Oh no! Ooh! Go back!
If you can find an English version, you gotta link us to it.
That's what she's doing.
Yes. It's not an English version, but when I put it in, Google automatically comes up and translates it. So
You're
yeah,
using Chrome, aren't you?
It is products.curand, KURAND.jp /Ghost in the Shell -SAC 2045.
If not Chrome, the new Microsoft Edge.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know that they are not going to ship overseas, which is sad because I would really, really like to at least have the bottles.
We could each taste, one flavor for each of us.
I actually, I mean, as much as I really like sake, I really just want the bottles. The bottles are really, really pretty with their labels on them. I really actually enjoy this art design. But I do want the Tachikoma one, just because I do like a sweeter version of sake, and the other 2 are labeled as dry, so I know they're not going to be as sweet.
Man, I'd take the Bato one.
But I mean,
that one goes right up my alley. So, Ron,
even the box that it comes in,
Sure.
the box that it comes in actually has all 3 versions of the art on it. So even if I just want the box, it's pretty.
And Ron before 21 agrees with you. I want the sake and the bottles.
You'd look like Maka. You'd probably drink it quote unquote properly. Meanwhile, I'll have my RE straw in the bottle itself, just mindlessly sipping off of it.
And I'll just probably pour mine into this Sailor Venus stein and just call it a day.
The fact that I do have a sake set, I do enjoy having appropriate sake. But I tend to like my wine cold, so I do like basically just using my sake in wine glasses.
Okay.
Sometimes mixed with plum wine. What? Sake and plum wine together are really yummy.
Okay there, Lush.
I'm not a lush. I just ate out at a specific Japanese restaurant quite often, and that was one of their special drinks, was to mix them. And it was tasty.
I'll take your word for it.
Next step.
Yeah, now that we got that out the way, you can't say you can stop old people from doing things, and that's what this is all about. The creator of Gundam, Yoshiyuki Tomino, has said his goal is to crush Demon Slayer and Evangelion. Well, I mean, if you could do a Gundam Evangelion crossover and the Gundam wins, I could see that.
If you want the Gundam Eva crossover to go well, all you got to do is have Hiro Yui pick a fight with Shinji.
Oh, like that'll get that. Like that's enough to get Shinji into the goddamn robot.
Well, it'll be over in like 10 seconds.
True.
Yeah, I mean, are you talking about them in mecha, or are you talking about them as humans?
As humans.
Okay. I think pacifist Relina would be able to beat the crap out of Shinji.
Yeah.
Oh, that kid had a family. Jeez. An incredibly fucked up family, but still.
So here's the thing: Gundam is unique in a way that the myriad branches of the franchise all have their own individual storytelling style and atmosphere. But the overarching theme is essentially giant robots cool, but war bad. Fair. That said, Gundam creator Yoshiyuki Tomino isn't averse to a pretty aggressive choice of words when discussing his motivations and goals. Tomino was recently interviewed for a segment on TV Asahi's Isamu Hayashi's Ima Desho Koza variety program. During the conversation, Tomino offered some startling thoughts on Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, whose theatrical anime recently became the highest grossing movie of all time in Japan. Suck that, Amino. Hideaki Anno, whatever. And Evangelion, which has scored an instant box office hit with its fourth and final rebuild of Evangelion movie. In regards to the two franchises, Tomino said, "As long as I'm still alive and making anime, I have no problem saying I'm going to crush Demon Slayer or I'm going to crush Eva." However, this isn't necessarily because Tomino thinks poorly of either series. Instead, he was making a statement about his competitive fire and determination to make his anime the best of the best. If you don't have that attitude, you can't keep working in TV anime after you get into your 80s. Well now. The Big 8-0 is a milestone that Tomino will hit this fall, and it's an age where most people have retired, especially in a youth-oriented field like anime. But yet, he's still creating. With his two high-profile anime movie projects coming soon, next month's Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway's Flash, adapted from a novel by Tomino, and July's Gundam Reconquista in G, The Legacy of Space, which he is directing. Aren't we kind of done with G Gundam? Just saying. Though Tomino hasn't directed a television anime since the 2014 Reconquista in G TV series. His comments make it sound like he's going to get back to the format soon. The Gundam creator's philosophy is quite different from that of Studio Ghibli's co-founder Hayao Miyazaki, who generally can't be bothered to talk or even think about anyone else's anime while pursuing his personal artistic vision. Ghibli films, though, are sort of in a class of their own in Japanese entertainment world, never really having to direct completely with other anime for attention, recognition, or revenue. Gundam, though, shares fan headspace with a lot of other anime series, so Tomino's sense of rivalry with Demon Slayer and Evangelion isn't a complete shock. Not that Tomino doesn't want to crush Miyazaki's animes as well. So, yeah. I like his motivation for it. He's not doing it to be like, I am the best there is. He's doing it because it's competition, and competition is good. It brings out the best. So, sure. Why not? And as Ron421 says, he looks like he'll pilot a Gundam to the other creator's house and stomp them out. I think he would. I definitely think he would.
Probably. That sounds like him.
All right. Next up, Black Butler. That's an anime I haven't heard from in a while.
Yeah, it's celebrating its 15th anniversary with a special exhibition.
Nice.
To commemorate the 15th anniversary of serializing Yana Toboso's popular dark fantasy manga series Black Butler in the monthly magazine G Fantasy, Square Enix will hold the special exhibition titled Black Butler Exhibition Rich Black, starting in August 2021 at the Matsuya Ginza department store in Tokyo in August 2021, then traveling to Osaka, Hyogo, and Ishikawa. The Black Butler manga has been serialized in magazines since September 2006 through a wide variety of mixed media projects, including TV, anime features, anime feature films, live-action films, and musicals. The series has gained popularity not only in Japan, but also all over the world, printing more than 30 million copies worldwide as of April 2021. The exhibition, which will start touring nationwide this summer, is based on the concept of the theme color Rich Black, a black that is...
Oh, swing and a miss. Bluetooth fail. Againsies. Okay.
God damn it, Deadpool.
Thank you, Deadpool.
Rich Black is a black that is deeper than black, created by laying various colors on top of black. And it'll feature the author Yana Toboso's beautiful hand-drawn illustrations. It'll also display the original manga drawings to look back on many famous scenes and popular episodes from the manga's Red Butler arc, Circus arc, and Luxury Liner arc to the latest Blue Cult arc. In addition, original goods for the exhibition will be available at the venue. So if you're really into Black Butler, you'll really like this stuff.
I know a couple of people.
And yeah, feeling old for the umpteenth time. I remember there was at least one cooking show on YouTube that cooks fictional dishes, and they went after they recreated the curry buns from the show. I have it on my YouTube under the the cooking stuff lists. I'll have to link it to you guys sometime that I can show you what I'm talking about.
And look, Cinderberry, if you feel old now, just go on YouTube and look up Iron Chef. Not Iron Chef America, not Iron Chef USA, Iron Chef. Welcome to the club of old folks.
I love watching Iron Chef.
I'm seeing videos that say 12 years ago, 13 years ago, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's been screwing me up. I mean,
Look, over the last few days, there's been talk of Ranma One Half celebrating the anniversary of the series, and I'm just like, awesome. And I'm like, wait, anime is how old? Oh my god, Anywho, speaking of feeling kind of old, talk about Castlevania from Netflix for a brief moment. For some of y'all, it's fresh, it's new. Castlevania is based off of a 25-plus-year-old series that started out on the MSX and the NES. We're talking 1985-86, around that era. So, and if I'm not mistaken, the anime is based around Castlevania 3, which is also a pretty decent game. I actually need to finish watching that. So,
I just started watching again because of the announcement about it.
I started watching season 2, and I just stopped for some odd reason. I will get back to it. So, anywho, as the saying goes, all good things come to an end. The 4th season of Castlevania is coming. There is a new teaser trailer, but unfortunately, it is going to be the final season of the anime.
Which doesn't surprise me.
See, after I get into this, I want to talk about that for 1 second. So, So Netflix has released a new trailer for it, so that we know there's going to be a 4th season, but it's also going to be the last, and it premieres May 13th. But according to Deadline Hollywood, Netflix is going to continue producing additional Castlevania series set in the current universe with different characters, which is kind of cool.
So it's going to be like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and just be generational.
Kind of, sort of, but the difference is with JoJo, none of it's a spin-off. It all falls together. Whereas with this, we're going to see spin-offs of different characters. And I remember there was talk...
We're going to end up seeing future or past Belmonts, in other words.
That would be kind of interesting, Because remember, there are different... which Belmont is this one? Trevor?
Trevor, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know anything about Simon, and there's a few others, from different games that we don't know about. So we could see those types of characters as well.
Yeah, it depends on what games they decide to, what is it? I can't think of the word. It's, what games. What game's story they decide to follow.
Right.
Implement, that's the word.
Gotcha.
What game they decide to implement.
Yeah. Now, the cut...
Like, if they go with Simon, they'll get at least 2 games out of it, Castlevania and Simon's Quest. So. Yeah.
Now to kind of go back to the aspect, to what Mako-chan was saying about the seasons and so forth, when like certain television shows and animes come out, and then it's like, oh, this is our final season, and people get upset about it, and I'm like, well, it can't go on forever. This is not The Simpsons, and and it can't, and that caught my mind. When they announced that the season 3 of Ducktales was the final season, and everybody got upset. And I'm sitting here going, well, and I did some research. I'm like, well, the original series was only 4 seasons, so I'm not surprised by this, It did seem like it was more than 4 seasons, but it was only 4. I mean, you can only milk something for what it's worth. I mean, like, it's not like, Bleach with all its filler episodes. I mean, come on now. As long as, by the time you get to the final season, as long as everything flows together smoothly, we should be good. That's it, I mean, granted, Voltron was kind of rushed, but it flowed really well into final episodes, so it wasn't so bad.
I think that, like, just Netflix speaking, I think that is part of their issue, is that they announce that they're canceling a series and don't give time for the series to come to a natural end. So a lot of it feels rushed. Like you said, Voltron. I know that Sabrina felt rushed by the end of it.
Yep.
I just there's a better way that they need to handle this so that we do get a full finalized version of, even if we end with, a 2-hour special or something like that at the very end, just so that, hey, don't say, oh, you guys are in the end of season 3, you are already almost done recording season 4, we're not gonna give you season 5. So if the writers aren't expecting that, they don't have a fleshed out ending for the series because Netflix didn't give them time to give them one.
Right. But I mean, like, there's the exception, like Lucifer, that the final season has wrapped, they finished film, that's going to have a natural ending.
Yeah, but they gave Lucifer time. Mainly because every time they thought that they were going to be canceled, they're like, no, we're going to give you another season.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to, like, Sabrina, I mean, I would have been happy with a follow-up special, the kind of, because the way it ended, I was not happy with it. Like,
nobody I have spoken to that actually watched Sabrina was happy with the ending.
Like, I watched Shameless. The final episode dropped Sunday. Evidently, Showtime wasn't smart and put it on demand Sunday afternoon, and people watched it early and were not happy. I wasn't too fond of the last 2 episodes, how things happened. They could have done better. Some were saying it was because of COVID and this or that, which I totally get. But they knew that this was the final episode. The writers could have gone to Showtime and be like, okay, if we're ending it like this, let's do one additional episode, like a 90-minute wrap-up to make things make sense, That would have been nice, But it is what it is.
I mean, like Supernatural, the way that Supernatural ended, that was due to COVID. They had already had, they knew it was going to be the last season. They had to actually stop recording in the middle of the season because of COVID. And then they had the last 2 episodes left to record, and because of COVID, couldn't bring back everybody, to record for those 2 episodes. So the entire, concept that they had to be scratched for a lesser concept. If it was something like that, I could understand that.
Yeah.
But when you are, when you have something like this and it's just cut short, like Netflix, at least for Castlevania, said, you know what, we're not going to extend this. This is going to be the last season. So they have a little bit of a chance to, get the ending. But you're talking about a series that's based off of a game. So, I mean, they're using game piecing for the concept and the plot. There's, there's only so far you can go with that.
True. And as Sia DeBerry says, he goes, it's not like Eureka where it was like, oh, hey, we're canceling this. We're halfway through this season. Yeah, well, you have a few episodes to clear it up, and then you have a series finale episode. Wow. I've heard of that happening.
I mean, there are plenty of times where something was originally given the green light that they were going to have, a next season, and then they don't, i.e. Firefly. As much as we bitch and moan about Firefly, and we all bitch and moan about Firefly, they were supposed to have a second season, and then they came back and went, you know what, we're not giving you a second season. Thus why they got a 2-hour movie. I mean, granted, the fans bitched about the movie too, but still, that's not on the production crew then. That's on the writers, i.e. Joss Whedon. He just didn't finish everything that he wanted to in the movie, or he just, did his own thing, which is more typical anyway.
And look, if y'all really want to know how Firefly Serenity ended, just watch Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star. That's it.
Pretty much.
And as Ron before 21 says, Netflix is famous for canceling series due to cost and whatever reasons they give. Consider Sense8 series on Netflix. No, on Hulu.
Netflix's reasoning is over money.
Yep.
It's not because
they get more hype from new shows than just extending older ones.
Exactly. It's not the cost of a series. It's the fact that 4 seasons into a series, people aren't going to be as hyped over. Right. You've already got fans. You've already got a set selection of people watching. So they will cancel that series and create a whole new series, sometimes even the exact same freaking series with a new name, and have people try and hype over it. That's Netflix's MO.
Now, Netflix rebooted one day at a time. And by the 3rd season, the ratings started to drop, and they're like, yeah, we're done. So, luckily, another network picked it up and gave them a 4th season. I think it was Pop TV or one of them. Gave them a 4th season. So, sometimes things like that happen, And yes, Outlaw Star is
look
good.
Look at Lucifer.
Yep.
Lucifer was on, on
Fox.
TV, and then was going to be canceled and was picked up and then was extended on streaming for quite a while
Mm-hmm.
when everybody thought it was going to end, as you know, even earlier than it already has.
Yeah, Pop TV. All right. Now it's time. It's the part of the show that y'all really like to enjoy and stick around for. Meanwhile, in Japan.
I'll take the first one.
Okay. Here.
I'll take the second one.
Fuck it, I'll take the third one.
And we'll just have to
I
leave the last one for later on.
yeah, a part of me part of me was like, looking at the third one, I'm like, that's either going to be Ichigo or Mako. It's going to be either one of them doing it.
No, I figure the innuendo and the puns. No, I'm too tired for that.
But this first story, though, I mean, I don't blame the teacher at all. I really don't.
The teacher was disciplined for drinking alcohol during class.
Yup.
Students driving you to drink is no excuse to open a cold one in the classroom. Bullshit, says all of America's teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese schools are known for enforcing strict regulations, and one of the most common rules implemented by a large majority of schools is a no drinking policy during class. It's not just students who aren't allowed to drink during class either. It's frowned upon for teachers too, given that they should be setting a good example for the children. But not all teachers care about setting a good example, as evidenced by one elementary school. Whoa.
These badass kids make you drink.
Yeah. According to the Prefectural Board of Education for Okinawa Prefecture, the 51-year-old teacher wasn't just sipping water or juice, he was found to be drinking alcohol. The incident occurred on 2 occasions, with the teacher drinking a 12.3 ounce can of Chuhai in front of the classroom during class on the 22nd of February, and then again on the 26th, my birthday, while the students were working on individual tasks. A wide variety of Chuhai brands exist on the market, and while it's not known which one he was drinking, a student in the class at the time recognized the can to be alcoholic and reported to another teacher.
Snitch.
How do you say snitches get stitches in Japanese? Or what's the Japanese equivalent? Anyhow, when questioned by fellow staff, the teacher admitted to drinking in class, expressing remorse and saying he drank it on impulse. On April 15th, the Okinawa Prefectural Board of Education told the media that the teacher had been disciplined with a 10% reduction in salary for 3 months, in accordance with the local Public Service Act. The head of the Prefectural Board of Education apologized for the teacher's actions, saying it was not correct conduct for a civil servant in the education system. He also said the board would not strive to restore trust and prevent He also said the board would strive to restore trust and prevent a recurrence by tightening disciplinary actions for staff and ensuring thorough implementation of Public Service Act through schools in the region.
That teacher looking at the reduction in pay is probably going, worth it. Drink.
Oh, now I can't buy as much alcohol, you jerks.
Those bastards.
And Rama 421 asked about in class, if it was an American class, he'd have the helmet with the 2 beers on it with the straws going into the mouth.
No.
What?
Some teachers will just sit there with the flask and be like, I don't give a fuck. My union has me covered. Drink.
I had a teacher in middle school that pulled his flask out very often.
That's called tenure, kid.
Oh, that could be a good joke. What do you call a teacher that sits there and teaches but also drinks from a flask? Tenure.
Tenured.
I've got to tell that one to my teacher friends. They're going to get a kick out of that.
Did they include the same one who saw the Steiner math promo and nearly quit teaching?
No. No. At least not that time, I hope. So, moving right along.
Moving right along. Man arrested for breaking into a store and putting on the female staff's apron and shirt. And suspect admits that it was a crime of passion.
What?
So, a 25-year-old man in Fukuoka City was caught red-handed attempting to steal the uniform of a woman he fancied from afar. The incident occurred sometime after 8 p.m. on the 14th of April, when the suspect broke into a knick-knack shop inside of a shopping center. While inside the store's back room, he put on the sweatshirt and apron of a female employee and then tried to make his escape. However, a security guard on patrol spotted the man and turned him over to police. In custody, the young office worker admitted that he had been overcome with sexual desire after spotting the employee inside the shop during business hours. It was
the
that
worst rendition of Hitman that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. It was that leap in logic that from seeing a woman you like to committing a felony, so you can wear her apron, that lost many readers online. Quotes, I'm not sure what he wanted to accomplish, but it doesn't look good. I think this is bad, but I just feel sorry for the guy. He's got problems.
You think?
It starts with stealing aprons, but can escalate to something really bad. These people need GPS trackers. I can't even understand a millimeter of this person's thought process. That shopping center should really be concerned about its security. In defense of the mall security, the guy was quickly arrested. However, he really didn't seem like a master thief either. I mean, inconspicuousness really is the cornerstone of the crime, and aprons, as useful as they otherwise are, simply do not help in this regard at all.
This idiot was probably like, oh god, it smells like her.
Oh god.
That is very
fucking weird.
Yeah,
but not too far
very
from the truth.
odd to think about.
Even Florida man would look at this guy and be like, what?
You think so?
And Florida man's the kind of person who kills his imaginary friend and turns himself into the police.
Deadpool? I mean, granted, Deadpool's not Florida man, he's Canada man, but yeah.
You know what? I absolutely got nothing on that. Absolutely nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the last story of the night. And given this story and the title and double entendre behind it, I know many of the chat groups I'm in that would take this way more than what you'd expect. So, anywho, McDonald's Japan has the new Taste of Mommy McShake that brings a marvelously milky milkshake to the menu.
What?
You heard me.
Doesn't mean I understand.
Well, let me see if I can help break this down for you. One of the joys of McDonald's in Japan lies in the incredible, innovative seasonal menus, which can contain anything from springtime sakura delights to collaborations with famous chocolatiers like Godiva. One company that has never crossed McDonald's collab threshold is Fujiya, a household name in Japan due to the incredibly tasty cookies and creamy hard candies. Their flagship milk candy, Milky, is especially famous with statues of Pico, the girl that's on their packaging. And in regards to this packaging, it's stationed all over Japan. Its slogan, Milky wa Mama no Aji. Milky is the taste of mommy.
Phrasing.
Exactly. The slogan is very famous to this day. Here, the taste of mommy stands for in the comforting, warm presence that children are likely to feel towards their mother rather than anything salacious. Now, all that changes come tomorrow, or in this case in Japan, today, when McDonald's and Fujiya will join forces to bring McDonald's customers a brand new treat in the form of McShake Milky no Mama no Aji. Milky's taste of Mommy McShake. Plus a collaborative waffle cone Ichigo no Milky no Mama no Aji. Strawberry Milky's taste of Mommy waffle cone soft serve. What the fuck? Good lord.
My poor ears, my poor eyes having to read and listen to this.
At this point, phrasing is an understatement.
Yeah, they're going to open up in the morning and there's just a line of fetishists going like a mile down the road.
Knowing Japan, I wouldn't be surprised.
You've seen that scene from Yakuza 2, right?
Mm-hmm. The McShake will run you about 120 yen, which is $1.10, for a small, and 140 for a medium. The paper cup that the shake is served in will sport one of 4 different designs on there. Meanwhile, the ice cream cone will be a heftier purchase at 250 yen per cone. The ice cream also features the distinctive creamy taste of milky candy mixed in with a double helping of both milky and strawberry milky flavored sauces. The whole affair is topped with a generous sprinkling of crushed strawberry flavored waffle cone pieces and is served in an adorably colorful floral wrapper that harks back to the milky candy packaging. So make sure to order yourself a tasty milky treat at McDonald's while stocks last. It might be one of your last chances to grab one of the McDonald's Oreo cakes too, so why not go all out? And I see it to beer. He says, "Taste of mommy." That sounds like something to which Charlotte would enjoy. Well, depending on where you are in that fandom, any of the other girls wouldn't mind it either.
But
Meanwhile, every single woman in Japan with a bust size bigger than C is just not going to McDonald's anymore.
Says you.
They get paid well for their donations, I guess?
Heyo!
Oh, God. Help me.
There is no help for you, me, or Mako for any of us.
Yep.
And I think at this point, we should log off.
Yeah, we got to pull the eject button for pull the ejection.
But unfortunately, the ejection lever is kind of stuck, so,
and I'm not even high.
Oh, God.
But now you wish you were.
Yeah, well, I also work for the government, so...
It's no fun being dry right now, so... But I just realized my light just went out, and I'm just going to let it stay off. So, if you like the show, tell a friend. They in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters. We do this for the fun of it. So what we like and don't like, we're going to straight up tell you. So, if you got a moment, tell us what you think of the show. Drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to believe you. Check out our website at animejamsession.com, where you will find our weekly podcast, anime reviews, convention reports, cosplayer tips and tricks, cosplayer interviews, editorials, and so much more at animejamsession.com. And don't forget to follow our podcast wherever you go on your mobile device. You can find all of our episodes on Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Anywhere where you get your podcast, you will find our episodes. And that's Anime Jam Session. We're 490 episodes. Check them out. And don't forget to follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Just put in Anime Jam Session and you'll find it. Follow us on Facebook for our convention cosplay coverage, Twitter for when we're going live and updates on our website, and YouTube for convention videos. I have to go through my other drive to see what I can pull off it, and I can see if I can upload stuff, so yeah. And for those of you who are giving to the tip jar, which is down below, we appreciate that. If you haven't yet, look down below. There are links to our Ko-Fi where you can drop a few dollars. Our Streamlabs where you can give a few dollars. You can cheer us money for bits. We appreciate that. And the auto-hosting, a little bit goes a long way. So if you are on Twitch and you like this, host us when we go live. Spread the word. We'd appreciate that. So now we're going to go around the room. Last words, Ari.
I'm going to go back to watching Castlevania before I have to go to bed.
Last words, Mako-chan.
I'm gonna go to bed.
My last words, I'm going to be looking at the ice cream in my fridge in a different light now, so god damn it. Anywho, this is it. End of list. We are getting out of here. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode, and Ichigo will tell us what's been going on with her because we miss her terribly. So, we're getting out of here. I'm Ranma.
I'm Ari.
And I am Mako-chan.
Great fight, great night. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Alright, Mako-chan, say goodnight.
Good night, Mako-chan.
Perfect. Awesome. We're getting out of here. See y'all next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on the show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it! For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!